And as I said, it's the countdown to the UNC internal election that is scheduled to take place this Saturday, June 15th. Joining us is Caroni Central MP Arnold Ram, and he's vying for the position of election officer in the United National Congress internal election. Pleasant good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mikey. Good evening to your listeners, and good evening, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, a pleasure.
Yes, I am vying for the position of elections officer at the UNC internal elections come this Saturday, June 15th, 2024.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Ram. What does this mean to you? I mean, we're hearing so much talk that's going about that, this is all about preparing to make sure the party has the strongest team going into the general election next year. But what does it mean for Arnold Ram on a personal level and on a political level as well?
Well, Arnold Ram at a personal level, there's not much that it means to me besides that it is my trust and my loyalty to my party that I'm standing in defense of my party against my friends who are relatively newcomers and I don't understand, the internal workings of the party and the fact that the party has been doing such a good job under the leadership of Kamla Prasad Bisasa for the last 15 years, Mikey. So that what it means to me personally in terms of for the United National Congress. The country needs an interjection of some sort. It needs the United National Congress to return to office. We need good governance in this country. We are seeing and we are plagued by so many ills that has been become apparent because of the failings of this PNM government, from crime to water, to public utilities, you name it. Everything has collapsed under this PNM. The economy is on the verge of collapse. We have seen that they are continuously putting our country and the future into debt. And that is some of the issues I have in terms of what it means to me and the future generation of this country in terms of securing a better life and a better standard of living for all of us citizens of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
The political leader mentioned that it's the first time she has seen so many outside groups and parties attempting to harass UNC members. I mean, getting involved in this process, did you ever think that you would have to be, of course, challenged by your own colleagues when in fact there's so much going on in the country? When you look at crime and, as you mentioned, the economy and all of these things, one would think that that would have been the main core focus. Have you asked yourself, why now?
I can speculate, and there are many things outside there that I don't have the evidence to back up in terms of who has been PNM members that is part of the PNM trying to infiltrate. I don't have evidence to support that, so I do not want to go down that narrative against my colleagues and my friends. My friends, I want to also indicate to you and the listening public that the UNC is the most democratic party in the Western Hemisphere. It was introduced one man, one vote system, and that is how our leaders, our national executives are chosen. It's an inconvenience. It's a necessary inconvenience in the way that our executives are chosen. It's not something that we have come to live with it. Yes, it can be at times demoralizing, but we are not a cult. We are not the PNM. We choose our leaders because every man has one vote, and that is the beauty of UNC. Because you want an opportunity for the membership to say when we have had enough of the day will come when the membership will say no, we don't want Kamla Prasad Bisasa, just like they did. We don't want Basiu Pandey. That day will come, but now is not that time. Kamla Prasad Bisasa has done a tremendous job for the United National Congress. She has grown the party tremendously. She has made significant inroads, as you know, in quite a number of electoral districts coming out of the local government elections and so forth. We have done our work, and all that work is as a result of the guidance and the support of the honorable political leader, Kamla Prasad Bisasa.
Tell us, again, you're vying for the position of election officer. In that capacity, what will be some of your responsibilities?
Well, responsibilities include, and it's the role of any political party is to get into government, but the election officer is to ensure that the party is ready for election and election day in terms of our membership, in terms of getting our polling agents and street captains, area managers, and so forth. Whatever the structure is, that is one of the roles of the elections officer.
Yeah, it was said here, of course, by the political leader that we can only win the general election if we have a national executive team that works with the duly elected leader of the party, yours truly, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Do you share those sentiments?
I certainly share those sentiments with you, Mikey, because we need people who will support the political leader, who will stand with her, and who she has confidence in, right? Persons who have grown throughout the party from the ground level up, and who has generally grown in the party. Those are the people that she has endorsed in this internal elections.
All right. What would you say to those members? Last thing, because I know you're getting to another meeting. At this point in time, it's just a few days away. What would you like to say to those members who are still out there listening and attending to these meetings? How important it is, and what does it mean when they come out and participate in this process on Saturday?
What I want to say is that don't feel disenfranchised by what is happening in the UNC in terms of people are saying that there has been mudslinging. There has been little or no mudslinging. There has been people trying to present themselves why they are a better version of the national executive, and the media has sort of hyped that up. They have sort of hyped that up and has an interest in the UNC to make the UNC look bad. Look at today's Guardian newspaper. They're talking about some pundit who is not even a member, who cannot vote, who has campaigned for the PNM for the last two general elections, telling the party telling his congregation who to vote for. He's not a UNC member. He's not in support of the UNC. He has been campaigning for the PNM for at least on the last two occasions. He's the one to tell members who to vote for. And what happens? The Guardian runs that story in their newspaper today. You saw in the Guardian newspaper.
Yeah.
Is it so, Mikey?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you have also seen a person who is a leader in some Muslim group telling people to vote for one particular person and creating what you call bacchanal and disarray and confusion in UNC, but they do not belong in the UNC. I mean, on the parlance here, local parlance, they talk about cockroach and people business and things. I mean, I wouldn't want to go there, but I'm saying that is some of the things that persons are really interested in UNC. There are those who want to distract us and to make us look look as though we are disunited, that we cannot win anything. That is further from the truth. You, as a member of this party, you have a right and you have a duty. You have a duty on Saturday, 15th of June 2024, to cast your vote for whichever team that you think will best represent the interests of your party. That will best represent the interests of your party and stabilize the UNC. We have had that stability under Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and for those members, I ask you to please go out and vote for the 17 stars when you cast your votes on Saturday.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ram. Keep up the good work. Best of luck to you and your entire team, and we'll be speaking to you after the 15th. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.